Welcome to the KMA Management Leadership Award 2026. Request everyone to settle down. We'll be commencing the program in about 3 minutes' time. Distinguished leaders, pioneers of the industry, past presidents, jury members, and the brilliant minds who shaped the landscape of Indian management. Welcome to the grand confluence of vision, valor, and value. Welcome to the KMA Management Leadership Award 2026. Tonight is not merely about an award. Tonight is a celebration of a rare breed of leadership, the kind that does not follow the map but charts the territory, the kind that turns uncertainty into opportunity and pressure to performance. We gather here at the beautiful Vivanta Marine Drive where the Arabian Sea meets our aspirations on this evening of the 28th of May 2026. And as the clock strikes 7, we don't just begin an event. We begin a testimony to excellence. Over the next 1.5 hours, we will honor a titan of energy and enterprise. We will hear from bureaucrats who have shaped policy, from jury members who have scrutinized merit, and from an organization, that is KMA, that has for decades stood as the conscience of management practice in Kerala. So fasten your seatbelts. Keep your hearts open to inspiration, because tonight leadership speaks, and it speaks loudly. For those who are joining us for the first time, let me take a moment to set the stage. The Kerala Management Association is not just an institution. It is a movement born decades ago from the restless minds of industrialists, academicians, and thought leaders. KMA has been the bridge between management theory and practice. It has been the platform where the corporate world meets compassion, where strategy meets social responsibility. And tonight we celebrate its crown jewel, the Management Leadership Award. This is not an annual formality. This is the most coveted recognition in the region's corporate circuit. Why? Because it is not given for seniority. It is not given for popularity. It is earned through demonstrable impact, ethical courage, and the ability to transform organizations and lives. Past recipients read like a Hall of Fame. Leaders who redefined public sector units, who turned around billion-dollar enterprises, who led with humility and scale. And this year, the torch passes to someone who has done exactly that in one of the most complex, capital-intensive, and critical sectors of our economy, energy. But more on that later. First, let's follow the rhythm of the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, may I now request you to kindly switch off your mobile devices or to silent mode. Please take your designated seats as we are about to commence the proceedings. Thank you. Please watch a video on the year that was, KMA 25-26. Great institutions are built through vision, leadership, collaboration, and a commitment to excellence. The year 25-26 marked another remarkable chapter in the journey of the Kerala Management Association.
On 20th June 2025, a new leadership team assumed office under the presidency of Mr. K. Hari Kumar, supported by a dynamic team committed to making KMA more vibrant, relevant and impactful. Over the year, KMA organized 72 impactful programs, bringing together leaders, professionals, entrepreneurs, academicians, policymakers, and students on one powerful platform. Among the flagship initiatives was Insight X, a leadership series featuring eminent speakers who shared perspectives on innovation, leadership, strategy, and the future of business. Complementing this were the Young Minds sessions aimed at inspiring students and young professionals. The KMA Annual Management Convention at the Grand Hyatt Kochi emerged as one of the year's biggest successes, attracting record participation and generating strong support for KMA's educational and scholarship initiatives. KMA also hosted major events including the Green Palm Sustainability Summit, Women Leadership Conclave, Digital Summit and CEO Conclave, each addressing critical themes such as sustainability, leadership, technology, artificial intelligence and business transformation. Continuing its tradition of intellectual engagement, KMA organized the prestigious KT Chandi Memorial Lecture, MV Piley Memorial Lecture and MKK Nair Memorial Lecture. Management Week celebrations included health initiatives, industrial visits and management development programs focused on professional growth and industry exposure. The KMA Annual Awards Night recognized excellence across sectors including IT, HR, manufacturing innovation, digital transformation and young managerial talent. Adding excitement to the year was the Corporate Cricket League, which witnessed enthusiastic participation from corporate teams across Kochi. KMA expanded its academic outreach by launching 8 new student chapters and welcoming over 400 student members into the KMA family. Scholarships and finishing school programs further strengthened KMA's commitment to nurturing future leaders. At the national level, KMA proudly received the award for the Best Improved Local Management Association from IMA among 65 LMAs across India, marking a significant milestone in its journey. KMA 2526 was not merely about conducting programs. It was about building connections, creating knowledge platforms, empowering leaders, supporting students, and strengthening Kerala's management movement. With gratitude for the journey, pride in our accomplishments, and confidence in the future, Kerala Management Association marches ahead, shaping leaders, transforming organizations, and inspiring generations. KMA 2026, a year of purpose, a year of leadership, a future of possibilities.
That was the year that was, capturing KMA's journey, achievements, and impact for the year 25-26. Now let's seek the blessings for the evening. I invite Advocate Kavya Joshi to render the invocation. Please rise.
സച്ചിദാനന്ദനെ സർവൈകനാഥനെ കൈതൊഴുന്നേ സർവം നയിക്കുന്ന സച്ചിദാനന്ദനെ സർവൈകനാഥനെ കൈതൊഴുന്നേ കൂടെ വസിക്കണേ താങ്ങായെന്നും നയിക്കണമേ നിന്ദേത്തിയാലേ സർവം നയിക്കുന്ന സച്ചിദാനന്ദനെ സർവൈകനാഥനെ കൈതൊഴുന്നേ.
Thank you, Kavya. And now the evening finds its formal pulse. I welcome onto the stage our President, Mr. K. Harikumar, Management Leadership Award Chair, Mr. A.C.K. Nair, our Honorary Secretary, K. Anil Verma, to escort the Chief Guest and the other dignitaries onto the dais. The dignitaries on the dais would include Mr. Paul Antony, IAS, former Chief Secretary, Government of Kerala, Mr. Tom Jose, IAS, former Chief Secretary, Government of Kerala, Mr. Madhu S. Nair, he's on his way, former Chairman and Managing Director, Kochi Shipyard Limited, Mr. Prasad Kepanikar, Executive Chairman, Nair Energy, Mr. A.C.K. Nair, Chair, Management Leadership Award, and Mr. K. Harikumar, President, KMA. To welcome you all to this grand evening, may I now call upon Mr. A.C.K. Nair, Chair, Management Leadership Award.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Leadership is not merely the power to direct institutions. It is the wisdom to inspire people, the courage to transform challenges into opportunities, and the vision to create a lasting legacy. It is to this evening to Kerala Management Association's Management Leadership Award 2026 ceremony here at Taj Vivanta, Kochi. On behalf of Kerala Management Association, I extend a warm and respectful welcome to our distinguished Chief Guest, Sri Paul Antony, IAS, former Chief Secretary to the Government of Kerala, an outstanding administrator and one of the most respectable public leaders of our state, Welcome, sir. We are deeply honored by the presence of our guest of honor, Mr. Madhu S. Nair. And he is on the way. Within 10 minutes, he will be reaching here. In his absentia, I welcome Mr. Madhu S. Nair, former chairman and managing director of Kochi Shipyard Limited, whose leadership has been instrumental in placing Indian shipbuilding and maritime excellence on the global map. A very special welcome to Tom Jose AS, former Chief Secretary to the Government of Kerala and Chief Jury of the selection process for this prestigious award. His distinguished experience and impeccable standards have added immense credibility and value to the selection process. Sir, I welcome you, sir. I also warmly welcome our President, Mr. K. Harikumar, who presides over this evening function, our Honorary Secretary, Sri K. Anil Verma, members of the Managing Committee, distinguished invitees, leaders from industry and business, members of the academic community, media representatives, and all our valued members and guests. This evening assumes even greater significance as we gather to honor an exceptional leader, Sri Prasad K. Panikkar, Executive Chairman of Nair Energy Limited, with the Kerala Management Association Leadership Award, Management Leadership Award 2026. Friends, the Kerala Management Association, fondly known as KMA, has for nearly 7 decades. I welcome Prasad for accepting this our honor and also attending the Leadership Award function. Founded with the vision of spearheading the management movement in Kerala, KMA has consistently served as a vibrant platform for thought leaders, professional excellence, innovation, and social progress. Over the years, KMA has brought together corporate leaders, entrepreneurs, policy makers, academicians, professionals, and young minds to exchange ideas and shape the future of management and leadership in our state and beyond. Through seminars, leadership conclaves, management development programs, awards, and industry interactions, KMA has continuously nurtured a culture of excellence and ethical leadership. Among its many initiatives, the Management Leadership Award occupies a place of great distinction and prestige. Instituted to recognize transformative leadership and outstanding contributions to industry and society, this award honors individuals who have demonstrated vision, integrity, innovation, and ability to inspire organization and people alike. The award is not merely a recognition of professional success. It is a celebration of leadership and creates enduring value for industry, community, and the nation. This year's recipient, Sri Prasad K. Panikkar, truly embodies these ideals. An industry veteran with more than 4 decades of distinguished services in the oil and gas sector, Mr. Panikkar is widely regarded as one of the most respected leaders in India's energy industry. His remarkable journey from engineering excellence to corporate leadership stands as a testimony to commitment, competence, resilience, and visionary thinking. From his transformational leadership at BPCL Kochi Refinery to his present role as Executive Chairman of Nair Energy Limited, Mr. Panikkar has consistently demonstrated operational excellence, strategic foresight, and an unwavering commitment to sustainability and corporate governance. Under his leadership, organizations have not only achieved business growth, but also strengthened their commitment to innovation, safety, ESG principles, and nation building. What makes his leadership particularly inspiring is the balance he brings between technological progress, human values, and long-term sustainable development. We are also proud to note that Mr. Panikkar shares a special bond with KMA, having served as President of the Kerala Management Association during the year 2015-2016. His achievements continue to inspire the management fraternity and the younger generation of leaders across the country. Ladies and gentlemen, this evening is therefore not merely an award ceremony, it is a celebration of leadership excellence, professional integrity, and the enduring values that define transformative management. As we honor a leader who has made a profound impact on industry and society, we also reaffirm KMA's continuing commitment to nurturing visionary leadership for the future. And once again, I wish all the very best for our Prasad Panikkar, and thanks for accepting the KMA's this year Leadership Award. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. A.C.K. Nair. May I now invite Mr. K. Harikumar, President of KMA, for the Presidential Address.
Thank you, ACK, for putting things in perspective, and Jojo for taking us through the year that was. It has been a wonderful year, and this is the grand finale of a great KMA year 25-26. I welcome you all to this function. And KMA Management Leadership Award, always since its inception, has been a flagship event of KMA, like the KMA Annual Management Convention. As you all know, KMA has been championing leadership, responsible leadership, I would say, and managerial excellence since last 7 decades. And KMA has been particular about identifying talent, nurturing talent, recognizing talent, and rewarding talent. And we indeed feel proud that one of the talent which KMA can claim to have nurtured is winning the KMA Annual Management Leadership Award today. When we look at management and leadership, we understand that there can be only a very thin line of distinction between these two. Only last week we gave away the Management Excellence Award and of course the IT Leadership Award. IT Leadership Award basically was showing leadership in one particular sphere of activity, while KMA Management Leadership Award, wherein we recognize the best young manager, we recognize the young manager, and we also honored winners in various spheres of activity like HR, digital innovation, and all that. What exactly differentiates between a manager and a leader? This is not going to be an MBA class or anything, but let us understand that for successful running of an organization, you need a leader as well as you need managers. Mr. Madhu S. Nair is on his way, he is coming. Let us welcome him with an applause. What differentiates between a manager and a leader? If you look at leader, we all read in the books that leader is one who gives a vision to the organization, he gives a direction to the organization. Manager actually works in a slightly lower frame of activity wherein he is more process oriented. He executes things while a leader actually visions the future of the organization. That's on a much wider perspective. And if you look at leadership per se, a leadership can of course be designed in very many ways, but let us put it that a leadership is actually a celebration of excellence, it's a celebration of enterprise, it's a celebration of innovation, it's a celebration of purposeful, responsible leadership. I will come back to the responsible leadership later. It's also an acknowledgement of perseverance, it's an acknowledgement of discipline, and it's an ability to lead during uncertain times. He has to take difficult decisions, he has to carry the team, and he also has to uphold the values while driving the bottom line. Because any leader also has to drive the organizational growth, but that also cannot be at the cost of the values. And a responsible leader, an exemplary leader, a leader who can stand out from the crowd, has to balance very many things. He has to balance ambition and empathy. He has to balance speed and wisdom. He has to balance competitiveness and sustainability. These are very, very important factors. And the leader, the most important thing is leader has to lead from the front, and he has to basically stay calm during the difficult times. He has to take responsibility of what is going on, and he has to give credit where it's due. That is how you build a team. And while we were talking about all this, we know how Mr. Prasad Panikkar is fitting into all these roles. During the current year, anybody who has been reading all the financial papers must have understood the challenges he is facing. He faced rather, or is continuing to face. We all think a small issue which is happening in our neighborhood is a major challenge, while he had to face economic instability, he had to face geopolitical issues, he had to face economic sanctions, he had to face even banks also did not use to finance him. He even had to face people were even contemplating leaving the organization because the future of the organization was not certain because of the sanctions. So the challenges he faced, at the same time remaining calm, also demonstrated the quality of a good leader, of how a leader should be. Because these are times when anybody can break down, anybody can feel like throwing it all up, because the challenges are very many, and over which many of the things you have absolutely no control. You can only be a passive recipient of all this, because these are variables over which no manager, no leader has any control. You have to manage the situation. You have to drive the organization as things evolve, because you have no control over that. Even boundary management, which is considered to be very, very critical in running an organization, is something which he could not do anything because the boundaries are unknown. And the rules can change, the boundaries can vary, anything can go wrong at any time. That were the difficult times, and even now that is continuing with the challenge. And let us all give him a big round of applause for taking a company forward. Because running a company with 49% equity by the Russian Rosneft and driving it in India in spite of all the international sanctions is not a simple task. And while talking about the activities of Nair in Kerala, Nair has almost 260 outlets, and they employ almost around 20,000 people, indirect employment mostly, and they have almost 7.6% of the outlet share and 8.5% of the share of the product. That itself is a major thing, because with 7.6, if he is achieving 8.6 productivity, that means the productivity is much better than his peers. That again shows how productive the organization is under his leadership. So it has, so I would take this opportunity to once again congratulate on behalf of all of you, Mr. Prasad Panikkar, and I thank each one of you to be, who are present here and who just could not come here, because I am seeing a wide array of past presidents, because I don't think I could ever see so many past presidents in one meeting. Thank you all for coming, and all the managing committee members and all KMA members and members of the KMA, all of you, I thank very much for coming, and thank you all for being part of this wonderful journey during 25-26. I expect the same contribution, or if not more contribution to KMA in the years to come, because KMA is an organization which has stood almost 69 years, and KMA has many more years to go, and we can only grow from, the graph can only go up and up. Thank you very much. Thank you all for coming, and once again, a great thank you.
Thank you very much, President K. Harikumar. Now the moment we have been waiting for, to present the awardee, not just the name, but the journey. I invite Mr. A. Balakrishnan, past President, KMA.
Distinguished guests, President, and Mr. Prasad Panikkar, our award winner, KMA Honorable Secretary, Award Committee Chairman, past Presidents, KMA Executive Committee members, distinguished guests. It is a privilege to introduce Mr. Prasad Panikkar to you. I am sure that no one needs actually to know, everyone, for KMA, Prasad Panikkar, I think his involvement is more than a decade in the committee as a president. Everyone knows him. Personally, we interact a lot on geopolitical issues, economy, and even today also on CRISIL report on what is happening in Hormuz Strait, all those things. And it is actually a versatile person, very knowledgeable person. So there is a problem with this introduction. Harikumar, President, told me to introduce, and he gave me 15 pages. So I reduced to 2 pages. Otherwise, if I read, then we will have only dinner. So that kind of an introduction. Let me read first, then I will take a minute for my personal interaction with him also. Mr. Prasad Panikkar, Executive Chairman of Nair Energy, is an oil and gas industry veteran with an illustrious career spanning over 40 years. With his institutional approach shaped by decades of leadership experience across the energy value chain, he is responsible for setting direction, strengthening governance, and ensuring stability in a highly volatile global environment. He has helped the board and management stay focused on business continuity, strategic investments, compliance, and stakeholders' confidence, guiding the company through geopolitical uncertainty. A refiner at heart, he has been one of the most influential voices in the energy sector in the country. Reckoned for handling challenging assignments, Mr. Panikkar is a refinery turned around man who has been instrumental in leading large-scale refineries and ensuring high levels of performance in safety and reliability. He is known to navigate the complexities of this ever-evolving sector, driving and delivering long-term sustainable value to all stakeholders. Having joined in Nair in 2020, Mr. Panikkar has spearheaded numerous strategic initiatives, including enhancement of safety protocols, streamlining production processes, implementing advanced analytics and control technologies, and revamp of major units, resulting in significant operational improvements. It is under his guidance Nair continues to deliver record business performance and is strategically expanding its business operations. Prior to joining Nair Energy, Mr. Panikkar was the Executive Director of BPCL and the head of Kochi Refinery. He was instrumental in transforming it as an integrated refining petrochemical unit. During his career spanning over 4 decades, Mr. Panikkar has held various leadership positions across different facets of industry and honed his skills to stakeholders management, operations excellence, project development and strategic planning, demonstrating a proven record of success. He has worked on diverse range of projects with high level of techno-commercial exposure that have set new benchmarks of excellence in the industry. In today's rapidly evolving energy landscape, Mr. Panikkar recognized the importance of embracing new technologies and incorporating green initiative in the process while ensuring the best of corporate governance practices and environmental stewardship. At Nair Energy, he is also responsible for the ESG initiatives and collaborates closely with the management committee to set strategic priorities for more sustainable future. Mr. Panikkar's exemplary work and contribution to the field of hydrocarbons has won him many prestigious accolades such as Chemtech Business Leader of the Year, Chemical and Petrochemicals. Additionally, he has won Dhanam Business Leader Award from Honorable Chief Minister of Kerala. He has also been on the board of companies holding both executive and independent roles. He has also been the co-chair of FICCI Committee on Hydrocarbons for years 24 to 26 and is an active member of various industry bodies including CII, ASSOCHAM, etc. Mr. Panikkar was also president of KMA for the year 2015 to 16. Mr. Panikkar is an engineering graduate from Government Engineering College, Thrissur, and has completed his MBA from School of Management Studies, Kochi University. He has also participated in various leadership development programs of Ivy League institutions, including Harvard Business School, ISB Hyderabad, and IIM Ahmedabad, etc. This is the written down story of Mr. Prasad Panikkar. Let me take a minute. When Nair faced the issue on data sovereignty, it was a case study for everyone who is working on information technology and data. And we got an opportunity to invite him to talk to around 300 professionals in Kerala. He happily came over there, narrated it, and I thought he was an IT leader. That kind of a narration he was. So, an illustrious person, a versatile person. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. A. Balakrishnan. Now, the formal citation, the reasons, the evidence, the glory. I invite Mr. Aljaz Khalid, Senior Vice President, KMA, to read the citation.
Dignitaries on and off the dais, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure, honor, and pride to read the Management Leadership Award 2026 citation presented to Mr. Prasad K. Panikkar. The Kerala Management Association is proud to confer the prestigious Management Leadership Award 2026 on Mr. Prasad K. Panikkar, Executive Chairman of Nair Energy Limited, in recognition of his exceptional leadership, visionary management, and outstanding contribution to India's energy sector. An illustrious professional with over 4 decades of experience in the oil and gas industry, Mr. Panikkar has distinguished himself as one of the most respected leaders in the hydrocarbon sector. Known for his strategic insight, operational excellence, and unwavering commitment to safety, sustainability, and corporate governance, he has successfully led major refinery transformations and large-scale industrial initiatives that have set benchmarks for the industry. As Executive Chairman of Nair Energy, he has guided the organization through a dynamic global environment with remarkable clarity and resilience, driving innovation, strengthening governance, and delivering sustained business growth. Earlier, as the Executive Director of BPCL and head of Kochi Refinery, he played a pivotal role in transforming the refinery into an integrated refining and petrochemical complex. As a former president of Kerala Management Association, Mr. Panikkar continued to inspire the management fraternity through their exemplary professionalism, nation-building vision, and commitment to sustainable industrial development. KMA proudly honors Mr. Prasad K. Panikkar for his distinguished achievements and enduring contribution to management leadership, awarded on Friday, the 28th May 2026, signed by K. Harikumar, President, Secretary Mr. Anil Verma, Honorary Secretary, and A.C.K. Nair, Chairman of Awards Committee. It gives me great pleasure to hand over this citation to President to hand over.
Thank you, Mr. Algiers Khalid. This is the apex of our evening. I request the dignitaries to kindly come forward for the presentation of the award and citation to Mr. Prasad K. Panikkar. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Prasad K. Panikkar, Executive Chairman, Nair Energy, a leader who transformed a refinery into a powerhouse of efficiency, scale and strategic grit. Please acknowledge him with a standing ovation. Thank you, gentlemen. We now have the privilege of hearing from one of Kerala's most distinguished civil servants. I invite Mr. Paul Antony, IAS, former Chief Secretary, Government of Kerala, to address the gathering.
The president of today's function, Mr. Harikumar, my brother in service, Mr. Tom Jose, Mr. A.C.K. Nair, Mr. Verma, and dear friends, I'm extremely privileged to be standing here to present, the award to Mr. Prasad Panikkar. ഒറ്റ വാചകത്തിൽ പറയുകയാണെങ്കിൽ പണിക്കരെ നിന്നിൽ ഞങ്ങൾ പ്രസാദിച്ചിരിക്കുന്നു. ഞങ്ങളുടെ ദൈവം പറയുന്നതാ, പണിക്കരെ നിന്നിൽ ഞങ്ങൾ പ്രസാദിച്ചിരിക്കുന്നു. You know, these two young men over there, this Prasad Panikkar and this Madhu Nair, you know, they are from the Government Engineering College at Trichur. My mistake. But what I'm trying to, sort of do over here is claim Prasad totally for Kerala. I think, someone, Algiers, just spoke about, the great, difficulties that he has navigating the international, uncertainties regarding Rosneft's Nair. We trained him for that. We trained him for that. This man over here, are you aware, he is responsible for having overseen the investment of the largest amount of money in Kerala. How much is that? 11,000 crores plus 15,000 crores? How much is it? Sorry? 30,000 crores. 30,000 crores. But you wouldn't know that. He's a very understated man. He's a very understated man. Mrs. Panikkar, I'm sure, you are very lucky. Huh? I'm sure, he's so, what shall I say, tension-free all the time. He's always smiling. Whatever you throw at him can be done, sir. I first heard of Mr. Prasad Panikkar when I came to Cochin Port. Incidentally, when I say Cochin Port, may I also remind you that the KMA was founded in which year? 1957. By whom? Who was the first president? Mr. Venkatraman. And who was Mr. Venkatraman? He was, the administrative officer of Cochin Port, because we were not a trust at that time. That was in 57. We became a major port because the act came only in 1964. But we, Cochin Port, I'm not we, but Cochin Port, we are, intimately connected to the KMA. It's a different thing. We passed through a difficult phase. അന്ന് പൈസ ഇല്ലാഞ്ഞ കാരണം ഞങ്ങൾ നിങ്ങളുടെ ആ ഇൻസ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂഷണൽ ഫീ കൊല്ലത്തെ അടയ്ക്കാൻ മറന്നുപോയി, വിട്ടുപോയി, തന്നില്ല. അത് കാരണം ഇപ്പം ഞങ്ങൾ വലിയ അസോസിയേഷനൊന്നുമില്ല. ബട്ട് യെസ്, കൊച്ചിൻ പോർട്ട് ആൻഡ് the KMA are intimately connected. Anyway, so I heard of Mr. Prasad Panikkar when I first came to Cochin Port in 2011. The big, thing over there, in a sense, he was a villain to us at that time. He was the one who installed the SBM. But this man, he did it in 1.5 years, and it was a tough assignment. He did it with an Australian company, and I'm told it was done in 1.5 years, and he led from the front. All the people in Cochin Port, who were associated with it, I'm not talking of, Kochi refinery, but all the guys on this side, they, speak so highly of him, even today. So that was that. And then we traveled together quite a bit. 30,000 crores of investment in Kerala, not a joke. And how many days of, strikes, how many days of losses do you, suffer from strike? Almost zero. Because he belongs to the new category, new genre, new genre of, managers who manage the environment. It's not just, order place, supply management, he managed the entire, environment. He, locked in all the, political leaders of Kerala into, so that any problem over there is their problem. And what is Nyara? No problems. We trained him up for it. Kerala trained him up for it. So, not a problem. We trained him up for it. And, our boy, our homegrown boy, is making us proud each day. We are very proud of you. We're so proud of you, and you're making it big on the, international stage. I guess, in spite of all that I said, sort of navigating, all these, US sanctions, etc. വെള്ളക്കാര് പോലും ഇട്ടോണ്ട് ഓടിപ്പോയതാ. അന്നേരമാണ് നമ്മുടെ പണിക്കരെ പിടിച്ചവിടെ വെച്ചത്. അറിയാവോ? That is how brave he is. That is how astute he is. So we have trained him, and he is doing us proud. So I'm very honored to be here today, privileged to be here today, and to present this award to you. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Now, a man who brought immense credibility to this jury process. I invite Mr. Tom Jose, IAS, former Chief Secretary, Government of Kerala, to address the gathering.
President of KMA, Mr. K. Harikumar, Star of the Day, Mr. Prasad Paniker, Mr. Madhu S. Nair, my colleague, Mr. Paul Antony, Mr. Nair Saab. I call him Nair Saab because he is really a Nair Saab in that sense. Mr. Verma, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I am extremely delighted and privileged to stand before you on this occasion of felicitating Mr. Prasad Paniker. I think that I was privileged to be part of the jury that selected him for this leadership award. We considered several names, and it was a difficult process. No, it was an easy process because he was outstanding in every respect. He and I share a little bit of history in the sense that both of us are, he is an alum of Kochi University, so am I, and while he was handling Kochi refineries, here we used to meet quite frequently. And one of the things which I was amazed at was his drive and passion and the infinite amount of energy that really emanated out of him. He is a go-getter, and he wouldn't hesitate to bring in his team and pursue the things which he wanted to do, and that, I imagine, is the story of his success. Apart from that, why did we actually choose Mr. Paniker? Ladies and gentlemen, I think that right now we are living through some difficult times. Some call it disturbing, some call it turbulent, some call it challenging. Whatever it is, we as a species are finding ourselves in a very unique position which no other species in the history of planet Earth has reached or achieved. We are the only species that is capable of obliterating ourselves, capable of self-destruction. And on a daily basis, on an everyday basis, we are witnessing sometimes unbelievable acts of people who rule countries day in and out. There is a certain amount of madness that is going on in today's world, especially connected with the oil sector, the energy sector. And it is through these difficult times that Sri Paniker has to navigate his organization, looking at the energy security and the energy needs of our country. It is indeed a very challenging job. It's not that this is the first time that nations have fought with one another over resources. As I mentioned elsewhere, This has been happening for thousands of years. People always fight for resources. We have seen evidence of that during the times of Alexander of Macedonia, during the times of Roman Empire. People fight. They kill each other. But never have we reached such a level where we are capable of destroying our entire civilization. I think it is in that larger context we should look at the contribution of Sri Prasad Panikkar as executive chairman of one of the largest oil companies in our country, in the world, I must say so. He has got an exceedingly difficult job to perform, to take care of the energy security and energy needs of our country. And this is one thing which he has been doing superbly. And I congratulate him for that. And I think as part of the jury, we have had no hesitation in declaring Mr. Panikkar as the best man who is eligible to receive this award. And I have been privileged to know him as a fellow human being, as a colleague, as somebody whom I enjoyed working with. I congratulate you on receipt of this prestigious award, and let me take this opportunity to extend to you the best wishes of all of us present here and the entire Kerala Management Association. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. From the corridors of Cochin Shipyard to the world stage of shipbuilding, a leader who made India proud. I invite Mr. Madhu S. Nair, former Chairman and Managing Director, Cochin Shipyard Limited, to address the gathering.
Good evening. President of KMA, Sri Harikumar. Chief guest of the day, Mr. Paul Antony, IAS, former Chief Secretary Kerala. Sri Tom Jose, IAS, former Chief Secretary Kerala. Mr. Verma, Mr. A.C.K. Nair, and as was mentioned, the star of the evening, Sri Prasad Panikkar, dear friends from KMA. Extremely happy to be here today evening. I think the award elevates the stature of the award, the stature of the awardee, and the stature of KMA. I was also part of the jury led by Mr. Tom Jose, and well-presented candidates. And at the end of the day, to pick somebody like Prasad Panikkar, absolutely well-deserved, long journey. I was just checking up the year when he passed out from College of Engineering, Trichur. I got it a couple of years different, but 1982, chemical engineer from Trichur. Growing up the industry, moving forward with a sense of purpose. What happens in the profession, many things have been said, what has been achieved, probably many of those are corollaries. Because it's with a sense of purpose, long drive, Harikumar used that word, perseverance. I think that's extremely important because in such roles, when you move forward, I think that's the most important part. Don't lose your sense of direction and a belonging, an intent to do things a little beyond yourself. So I feel, having known Mr. Prasad Panikkar, the large transformation of Kochi refineries, what was mentioned here, about 30,000 crores of investments. But
Mr. Paul Antony, in his quintessential style, he said how easy it would be to navigate the Strait of Hormuz if you can navigate Kerala. And I have had my part of it in Cochin Shipyard, and I can fully agree with it. കാരണം ഇവിടെ ഒന്നും നടക്കില്ല എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിരുന്ന ഒരു സ്ഥലത്ത്, കേരളത്തിൽ nothing will happen here എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്ന സ്ഥലത്ത്, always with that smile on his face, he could get things done. And as was mentioned, it's a full ecosystem that gets handled. Now, do you train yourself for this, or do you play a trick to do this, or is it a strategy, or is it a tactic? It could be all together. But that long journey, I feel, is worth it. And today, when he is handling Nair for Rosneft, India's energy security, I think a few things I felt was very important. See, one, the kind of experiences that come your way. Many a times, നമ്മൾ അറിയാതെയായിരിക്കും നമ്മുടെ മുമ്പിൽ എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് വരുന്നത്. And when you start enjoying those experiences, and when, as they say, when the going gets tough, എന്നെല്ലാം നമ്മൾ പറയുന്നുണ്ടല്ലോ. പക്ഷേ I think you need blessings, you need a lot of luck, you need a lot of good friends out there, that all these so-called challenges, what people see as challenges, gets transferred into things which are worth the wait and worth the effort. And I think our scriptures, our Bharatiya scriptures, Swami Vivekananda, all the learned people, they have said, the more the challenges you see, don't run away from it. ഞാൻ എപ്പോഴും പറയുന്ന ഒരാളാണ് ശ്രീ B.S. Achuthanandan. The kind of challenges, യൂസ് ചെയ്തിരിക്കുന്ന വാക്ക് അനുഭവങ്ങളാണ് ഗുരു. So the kind of anubhavangal that comes his way, for me, there's a small book. I don't know how many of you would have read it, but the book is by Viktor Frankl. It's called Meaning of Life. It's a very small book, but if you can read it, it impacts you like anything. And then there is a sentence over there. It says, you are the chosen one. So every individual is a chosen one, and Viktor Frankl is a Holocaust victim, one of the finest practitioners of the mind, lived till the age of 94, but his whole family got gassed out in the gas chambers in Austria, and he tells, you are the chosen one. Prasad Panikkar, Cochin Refinery, Kerala Cochin Refinery expansion, being part of BPCL and BPCL's glory, and today part of Rosneft and Nair, and moving forward, I'm pretty sure the challenges you have seen is pretty strong, and I think that gives you the etum sandosham kittunnu ennu thonnu. Normally, I don't pick up my phone in forums like this, but I thought in the kalathe from a dear friend of mine, and this guy normally does not do any forward nor send anything, and this is not a forward. So I don't know whether he coined it himself, but I thought I should read this out, because I thought, I thought I should read this out. And let me read it without changing a single word. The world may go on without any one person, but it never moves forward without people who cared enough to work beyond comfort. Many of the improvements we take for granted, businesses that create livelihoods, teachers that shape minds, scientists who solve problems, leaders who build institutions, exist because someone chose responsibility over convenience. Hard work becomes meaningless only when it serves the ego. When it creates value for others, it quietly changes society in ways that outlive the individual. Thanks, Prasad Panikkar, for walking that talk, walking that way. You are actually outliving that whole process, and you are living here institutions and processes for all of us and the society to take forward. Thanks a lot. Well deserved. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Madhu S. Nair. And now, the voice we have all been waiting for, the awardee himself, a man of few words but massive outcomes. Please welcome Mr. Prasad K. Panikar, Executive Chairman, Nair Energy, for his acceptance speech.
Thank you, Jojo. Harikumar, President of Kerala Management Association. Chief guest, Sri Paul Antony, IAS, former Chief Secretary of Kerala. Mr. Tom Jose, IAS, another former Chief Secretary and also the award jury chair. Sri Madhu S. Nair, who transformed Kerala to a great extent, the former CMD of Shipyard, Mr. SEK, Mr. ABK, Anil Verma. I'm very happy that I have got a large number of colleagues, my past presidents from Kerala Management Association. Thank you being here. The managing committee members, members of KMA, few of my colleagues from Bharat Petroleum, ladies and gentlemen, a warm good evening to all of you. It is indeed a proud honor and privilege to this year's Management Leadership Award from KMA. I express my sincere gratitude to Harikumar, President, the Managing Committee, the esteemed jury led by Sri Tom Jose, IAS, and other jury members, including Madhu, who himself is an award winner in previous years, considering me worthy for this recognition. Dear colleagues, as you mentioned in the citation, the jury found two merits in me in my previous assignments to be considered for this. One is, as you said, transforming Bharat Petroleum, Kochi refinery into a world-class refinery, and more recently, navigating the extraordinary challenging situation, the geopolitical situation at Nair. Both all of you know that is too large for any individual to do anything. These are all possible only because of the teams, the outstanding teams I had the opportunity to work with. In fact, every leadership award is ultimately a team award. The individual merely is eligible to receive on behalf of these great teams, the thousands and thousands of people who work together with commitment, passion, and courage. Hence, with all your permission, I want to dedicate this recognition, the greatest award of BPCL, the Management Leadership Award, to my teams from Bharat Petroleum and Nair. I am happy that my team is here, the BPCL team, who was part of the great journey that we did together, including Sri Chako M. Jose, the current Executive Director and Head of BPCL. He is definitely taking forward the great opportunity that he has. And I'm very happy that I am seeing so many familiar faces after some time from KMA. I'm very happy, and this is a special evening for me. Colleagues, let me also acknowledge my family, my mentors, friends, well-wishers who were able to shape almost 43 years of my professional journey. I believe leadership is never built in boardrooms. It is shaped by values, successes, failures, relationships, and above all, continuous learning. Friends, BPCL expansion project, as Sri Polani said, was a really extraordinary journey, one of the largest ever
industrial investment in Kerala. I had the privilege of associated with this project when the foundation stone was laid by the Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh in Jan 2013 until it was officially declared commission or dedicated to the nation by Prime Minister Modi in February 2019. Since this is one reason that has been cited, let me share few very memorable aspects of this project. First is, the refinery has become a world-scale one. Economic size has been achieved. It has achieved a very high complexity. You might have said Kochi refinery became the largest private sector refinery in India when it was completed in 2018-19. The complexity is a measure. It is a measure of sophistication. How heavy, difficult, cheap crude you can process and make the best quality product. And that is also the second achievement of this project. You might have seen statement by Chaco that we have processed Venezuelan crude. You know that when a president is toppled, a crude is available to India. And that crude is the most difficult crude and Kochi refinery processed. Last year they processed a lot of crudes from Russia. All these economic decisions refinery is able to take because of the investment done by BPCL board about 15 years back. And that is the beauty of that project, that strategic importance of this investment. Kerala is also benefiting. You would have seen both these chief secretaries has received many number of dividend check from BPCL and it is continuing. Few days back I have seen Chaco handing over. And it created a lot of job. And it continues to be the largest industry in Kerala and it will continue to be so for many more years. Colleagues, the second major aspect that attracted is the number of people involved. At one point of time we had almost 50,000 people working. One of the years, during this year, we conducted a mega Onasadhya, 50,000 people together, and it was found placed in the Limca World Records. It was a very, very interesting scene that our friends or workers, the guest workers from other states enjoying Onasadhya. And their contribution to this project is very, very remarkable and we cannot forget them. That is the thing. Ultimately, the project is made with hands and we need people, committed people to get it done and they contributed a lot. Third is, this project has triggered a bigger revolution in India, that is the petrochemical journey of Kochi. I will come to that little later, but we got a lot of land from FACT. That was really acquired by the biggest industrial visionary we have seen, Sri M.K. Nair, in 60s for FACT. And while he was doing that acquisition in our area, he continues to be the president of Kerala Management Association. Sir, he was 10 years, he was president. Board chairman was only for 2 years. And now I am very happy, thanks to Kerala government, thanks to BPCL, the same land is the petrochemical hub of Kerala and a big project of BPCL is coming up and the park of Kerala government is also progressing extremely well. That visionaries will plant the tree. They may not be able to sit behind this. The successors, the people coming behind them will be able to utilize it. We are very happy that that land is put into use. Fourth, as Madhu Polanis have said, BPCL board also there was a lot of discussion, lot of genuine skepticism. Is Kerala really the right place to invest this massive investment? That is in 2012-13. You know that was then the highest investment of BPCL. And BPCL had many options. Kochi was not the only location which was considered, but many questions asked. As rightly said, is Kerala the right place? But I am very happy that this project was completed in time without any cost overrun, which was not normal even in big global project. This is all because of the extraordinary teamwork between BPCL, Government of Kerala, the trade unions, district administration, and also the local community. You may remember, it was widely reported in media at that time, a unique 3-level grievance resolution cell was formed at the highest government level. So one is at the local grievance redressal. If it fails, it will go to the district collector. Ultimately, if it fails, it will go to the chief minister. During the period, only once one issue reached the chief minister, that also resolved, and the project was completed without any single day of manpower loss. That was a great thing. And this achievement deserves remembered because it demonstrated something very important. Kerala can be the excellent investment designation when all stakeholders are willing to work together. That continues. Here I must especially acknowledge Sri Paula and Nisa. He is one of the architects of all this journey, especially the FACT land. As Additional Chief Secretary Industries and later as Chief Secretary of Kerala, we are very happy that he was there at the top of the decision-making process when the project was in an advanced stage of progress. His multiple travel to Delhi to meet Prime Minister's office, and that is how we were able to get huge 500 acres of land from FACT. And his presence in BPCL board also made things very easy for us. So I am very happy, I am very proud that I am getting this award from your hand. And we, BPCL, really thankful to you for the great job. Sri Tom Jose IAS is also just following him. As he rightly put, he was initially Additional Chief Secretary Labour and later as Chief Secretary of Kerala when the project was progressing. I still remember, sir, my meeting with you with Kishore Rungta, the then CMD of FACT, few days before I superannuated in December for the final signing of document. I'm very sad that Rungta is not with us now. And he also was a very passionate person. He used the entire money that generated out of the land sale to completely turn around FACT. And you might have seen the growth of FACT for the next 3-4 years. These are few nice memories, colleagues, but we had our own share of large number of challenges, and obviously it is true to make it happen. Friends, after BPCL I joined Nair, another fascinating journey. Moving from Kerala to Gujarat itself was a real education. Initially I was thought it is a migration from the so-called Kerala model to Gujarat model. But later I recognized these are completely different, unique ecosystems and not at all comparable. And that is the reason why the diversity is the beauty of our country, and there is absolutely no comparison. And as been said by my previous speakers, Nair is the largest private sector downstream energy company in India. You know that this is dominated by the PSUs. Almost 90+% of market share continues to be with the government companies. And we have around 7,000 plus retail outlets. And there also we are planning for a massive investment of $8.5 billion again for refinery expansions. However, everything was progressing perfectly well. Bigger challenges hit us last year in the form of geopolitics. Tom Joseph has mentioned about in small words. In 2015, July, the European Union and later in October, the United Kingdom has sanctioned Nair because of its ownership structure. Along with that, the continuing West Asia war, closure of Hormuz, has created an unprecedented challenge to our business. Colleagues, sanction is something which was really a shock to me personally, because this is something new to us. But when we found it is not new to history, it started first officially sanctioned, happened in Greece in BC 432. That old it is, and it evolved. And nowadays, the powerful Western nations are using in maximum numbers to create an influence to negotiate. In Trump's word, creating cards for transaction. This is being widely used. Large number of countries are under sanction. You know what is happening in Cuba, in Russia, in Iran, Israel, Venezuela. And unfortunately, the first country of our size to be sanctioned in India is Nair. So neither Nair nor government of India, none of us were really prepared how to handle. But the consequences were severe immediately. The technology providers, which is giving us the value to ensure that systems are working, has completely withdrawn. The banking channels were stopped, shipping lines were blocked, and the traditional route supplies and products flows, everything was stopped. You might have read in the media, which as ABK was just saying about Microsoft. Overnight, they have withdrawn our services. They have removed the plug. There was a time we had absolutely no communication. It was okay for me, for my generation, the people sitting here working without a computer, without an email, without Excel, without a PowerPoint presentation is perfectly okay. But we have large number of Gen Z people. It was unimaginable for them to work. We had to go to Delhi High Court to get it restored. That is the way they have treating countries like India. And issues are continuing. Some are resolved, some are still continuing. It was a real textbook case how a geopolitics can impact the balance sheet of a company in a country which is no way involved in any of the geopolitical issues. That is the power of sanctions, and that is something which we have to find a way out. But the outstanding support from government of India, our shareholders, our stakeholders, business partners, and above all, the resilience exhibited by the employees, we came out of it successfully. Operations were stabilized. Of course, there are some gaps, but we were continuing. Colleagues, at that point of time, the West Asia crisis happened. So it is very difficult to handle two major disturbances, and we are still struggling. And I realize resilience is something not built during crisis. Resilience, it has to be built before crisis. It is true for companies, it is true for countries as well. As Tom Joseph said, it is a big concern how this is going to evolve. The impact of energy flow to the world is going to serious impact. And impact on India is going to be disproportionate because we are hugely depending on imported energy. Very difficult to handle. We all pray that it happens or it ends immediately, or the impact would be very, very high. Kerala, as has been rightly put, the one of the state which is completely integrated with globe. If you see the level of integration, global integration of the society, Kerala is the highest, and Kerala is also going to be impacted. And Anil Verma was narrating few stories just before this meeting to me. It will impact job, it will impact remittance, it will impact the educational aspirations, customer confidence, etc. And that also coupled with what is happening in the West, especially in US, that we don't know how many jobs we are likely to lose. All this along with the global issues which we are all trying to resolve, like artificial intelligence and climate change, are coming before us. Therefore, the real question before us is how prepared we are to handle this new world. Before I conclude, that is my question to Kerala Management Association. I'm very happy that Aljas Khalid is here, the Senior Vice President. Being the largest and oldest management organization of KMA, of Kerala, KMA has a responsibility to educate our people how to live in this new economy with the evolving global dynamics. Kerala is not a mere management association, it is a knowledge institution that we know, as rightly put, 69 years of collective, cumulative knowledge, expertise is with this organization. If it is properly channeled, it is going to be a great help to the Kerala to ensure that we are prepared for a better future. Our current President Harikumar itself is an example. When I met him, he was in petrochemicals, later moved into pesticide. You mean pesticide. And then into heavy chemicals and Ayurveda. Pesticide and Ayurveda he handles same, as if same. Malayalamil paranjale pesticidum, kozhambu ellam kude orumichoru. That itself is a management case. That is a case study. That is exactly what I said. That is the talent that we have in KMA. And also, we all know that world rewards adaptability more than anything else. And that is the adaptability we have to create to our society to take care of the evolving world. Today, when I am standing here, I actually joined a very distinguished list of past recipients of this award, including Madhu. I feel a deeper responsibility. I know that recognition should not be the destination. It is again a reminder that you have to continue to contribute to the society, mentor the younger generation, and strengthen the institutions and help the society as far as possible. I assure KMA that I will continue to contribute whatever way it fits me. You can count on me for all your activities. Let me once again thank the President, the jury, all members of KMA for this great recognition. Thank you, my colleagues from BPCL. Thank you, all the friends. Thank you to the chief guest. And thank you to my wife, Rekha, for the continued support. I am not buying peace, but thank you very much. Thank you all for your affection and encouragement. Thank you especially to my past presidents. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for sharing your journey and especially your experiences at BPCL and Nair. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly rise to give him a standing ovation. Please be seated. Gratitude must be made visible. I invite our President, Mr. K. Harikumar, to present mementos to our guests. Firstly, to Mr. Paul Antony, IAS, former Chief Secretary, Government of Kerala. Now to Mr. Tom Jose, IAS, former Chief Secretary, Government of Kerala. And now to Mr. Madhu S. Nair, former Chairman and Managing Director, Kochi Shipyard Limited. Thank you, sirs. Now, our President K. Hari Kumar would like to acknowledge the services of the Managing Committee for the year 25-26. I request each of the Managing Committee member, as your name is called, to come and accept a token of gratitude from our President. First, may I call upon Senior Vice President, Mr. Aljiz Khalid. Honorary Secretary, Mr. K. Anil Verma. Honorary Joint Secretary, Ms. Lekha Balachandran. Honorary Treasurer, Dr. Anil Joseph. Past President, immediate past President, Mr. Bibu Punuran. Managing Committee Member, Mr. Abraham Olikil. Managing Committee Member, Mr. B. Balagopal. Managing Committee Member, Mr. Johnson Matthew. Managing Committee Member, Ms. Meena Thomas. Managing Committee Member, Dr. Radha Thevanur. Managing Committee Member, Ms. Rupa Anna George. Managing Committee Member, Ms. Sujata Madhav Chandran. Managing Committee Member, Mr. Tom P. Joseph. Managing Committee Member, Past President V. Satyanarayanan. Managing Committee Member, Past President A. Balakrishnan. Managing Committee Member, Mr. A.C.K. Nair. Managing Committee Member, Advocate Joy Thatil Itup. Managing Committee Member, Mr. Deepak Aswani. Managing Committee Member, Mr. Nivedit George. Managing Committee Member, Mr. Anup Thomas Abraham.
May I now invite Lieutenant Jojo Jacob, Executive Director, Kerala Management Association.
Manager Operations, Mr. Prajit R. Nair. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. May I request all the managing committee members to join on the stage for a group photograph. Thank you. Kindly be seated. No event closes without acknowledging the army behind the art. I invite Mr. K. Anil Verma, Honorary Secretary, KMA, for the vote of thanks.
Good evening. Good evening to all. Being simple is not simple, isn't it? I think that is what Sri Prasad Panikkar, such a simple, humble human being, you know. I think that made you the leader in you. I think that's not very easy, you know, because being simple is not at all easy. Because I know him for many years. I think many of you, if you give him a call, you know, you get a call back if he doesn't pick up. You know, you can just understand his busy schedules. And thank you, sir, for accepting the Management Leadership Award. And I think really we are proud of you and we are really honored. Thank you, sir. And the dignitaries. I think they all spoke very simple, you know, like Paul Antony sir, Tom sir, and Madhu sir also. And thank you all for being part of this journey and being with us this evening. And thank you so much to all of you. And of course, S.C.K. Nair sir, it will be a different thing, you know, whatever he does, it will be different. Thank you, sir. And of course, the president, what an year it was this year. I think you made it very well. Thank you. And I'm very happy to be part of his team. Thank you. And I again thank all the past presidents, managing committee members, all the guests, invited guests, and ladies and gentlemen for attending this wonderful meeting and being part of this. Also thank the secretariat team and the management of Taj Vivanta. Thank you all. Thank you. Good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, we began tonight with the question, what is leadership? We have seen the answer. Leadership is not a corner office. It is the courage to sit where problems burn hottest. Leadership is not a title. It is the quiet ability to make others believe that impossible is just a schedule. Tonight, Mr. Prasad K. Panikkar taught us that you can run one of the world's largest refineries and still keep your feet on the ground. KMA taught us that management is not about spreadsheets. It is about souls. And every one of you in this room taught us that when excellence gathers, magic happens. So as you walk out into the Marine Drive breeze, remember this. The sea does not become great by staying still. It rises, it surges, it refines, so must we. Thank you for being part of this history. Thank you for celebrating leadership that matters. We respectfully request everyone to stand up for the national anthem.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल उत्कलवङ्गा विन्ध्य हिमाचल यमुना गङ्गा उच्चल जलधितरङ्गा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Gentlemen, the dinner is served just outside this waterfront hall. The buffet will commence in 5 minutes. Please enjoy your dinner. Good night. God lead like never before. Thank you.